What's up, Dragon Brood? So there's a lot that's been going on, oddly, in my backyard, and there's a lot to talk about. A bunch of people have been asking questions. People are curious about some of the events of the last couple of weeks, so I figured we would give a couple of updates today, make that kind of the overall, I guess, story of this video. But for starters, we did lose Lenore. It was one of those things where she just wasn't doing well. We did get her to a reasonable state for a bit. She started to decline again. She had labored breathing, didn't really want to move, and we knew it was going to be pretty bad, you know, and we drained her a few times of fluid the best we could, but it was just kind of repetitive. So eventually we had to put her down. That's just one of those things, you know. She was a few years old at that point, so it wasn't like the end of the world, but you know, it's always unfortunate when they don't get to at least live as far into their life as they can. One thing I will say is when we autopsied her, when she was done, we did find, like, I don't know if I would call it a cancerous growth, but she did have some stuff going on internally that was causing issues. So I don't think there was a good chance that even if we got her to a reasonable state of health, that she would have made it much further. So, you know, one of those unfortunate things. However, the weird part, I guess if you want to call it that, is we lost the chicken, and then 3 days later, another chicken shows up. So we have a mystery chicken in our backyard, which I highlighted on one of those 1-minute videos, I think, here somewhere. I'll see if I can remember to link it. But she was not near as domesticated as our other ladies. Wherever she came from, obviously didn't have a lot of interaction or a lot of attention. So she's still very paranoid of humans or anything that's not another chicken, it seems like. So that's a little difficult. We've got her, you know, corralled. We have her quarantined and separated, mostly because we have to treat her. Like, the first thing we did is we caught her up, which, by the way, she sounded like a heron or something. It was just like insane. I don't think I've ever heard that noise out of a chicken. So she was not happy. But when we finally got her, we looked at her feet and realized she had some really bad scaly feet mites, I guess is what they're called for chickens. But basically, like you see in the picture here, it's weird scales that are just built up lumps. You know, both like little flaky edges and some just big lumps on her feet. So we are treating those. There's a bunch of different methods. There's some medication you can put on. You can do Vaseline treatments over the course of like 3 or 4 weeks. Just a lot of different things. But we're going to try to get her feet taken care of before we integrate her with the rest of the brood, because we don't want to risk her passing that on to the rest of the birds and then have to treat everybody, because that would be a disaster. So we're going to try to take care of that. And she seems okay, right? She's got space. She's not laying eggs, but doesn't surprise me because she's probably highly stressed out. We do have food and water there for her, and we check on her every day just to kind of, you know, hey, we're here, we're bringing you snacks. Like, we're trying to be kind here, you know, we're not scary. And she's slowly figuring it out. She's at least to the point now where she runs a little bit from us, but she doesn't necessarily make a lot of noise anymore. So she sees us as a threat, but not a grand threat. But let me go ahead and show you a quick video just so y'all see kind of her situation, how she reacts to things. However, I'm gonna open this up, and we're gonna see she's still doing okay. She's not happy. You can tell she doesn't have any real human interaction, I would say, previous to us finding her. So she's not real happy, but we're slowly making progress. We do have to treat her feet for probably another, I'm guessing what's going to be 2 more weeks to get the mites and stuff she has off of her, to make sure they're not affecting our birds. But she is extremely healthy, very skittish, very loud, but she's at least coming along. So yeah, we're looking forward to having her eventually be part of the regular group. It's just going to be curious to see where she fits in the pecking order. I would think she's going to do fine because she's obviously strong enough, loud enough, she can defend herself if something were to happen. So I don't think that's going to be a real problem. It's just, I think my goal right now is just, can we get her integrated before like the middle of next month? Just because as it gets colder, you know, they're going to be staying closer together. They're going to be next to each other longer. You know, we do have heat lamps and stuff set up in their coop, but we need them to be comfortable with each other if they're going to be spending a lot of time around each other. So we're hoping it happens sooner rather than later, that her feet get cleared up. Now, one of the other fun things I wanted to share is people have said, well, how do you get your chickens in at the end of the night if you just let them run around the yard? Well, I took some footage and I figured I'd share that with y'all too. So these are ladies when they get all disgruntled when they know snacks are coming to get them into the house. But, you know, I'm not ready to dole them out. I just kind of get harassed for a while. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but Princess here is actually missing her tail feathers. In the middle of molting, she just has a big round rump right now. So that's actually kind of entertaining. You can see everybody's kind of missing a couple feathers here or there. Our queen hen here is right up at my feet waiting for snacks. So nothing too surprising here. Well, come on then, y'all. Y'all want to go inside? You know, people wonder, how do I get them in at the end of the night? Well, we have them trained. They just know snacks are coming. So I just have them follow me on in, and they don't want to miss out on snacks. So they just kind of walk themselves in. I don't really have to do much. Come on. Oh, come on, y'all. Oh, Katsu's always the last. She gets paranoid about everything. Oh, y'all, dang it. There you go. So yeah, it's not much effort to get them in. Though the truth is, even if I don't have snacks, they'll end up going in on their own. So we don't have to really do much. This is just if I want to make sure they're in before dark or whatever. But usually as the sun starts setting, they'll go inside on their own and just go inside and perch for the night. And then I'll just have to come out and lock them up in case I forget for one reason or another. Well, so as you can see, they're kind of just food trained, but like I said, they'll go in on their own anyway. It's just one of those things. If I need them to go in sooner, it's pretty easy to wrangle them in. But yeah, this is going to be kind of a short video today. Nothing real crazy. Just wanted to give everybody some fun updates on things that are going on because I know there's been questions. But, you know, it looks like we're going to have a new bird. And in case you're curious, the new bird's name is going to be Carnage. 2 reasons. One, she looks very much like Venom. And, you know, Venom and Carnage if you're a comic book nerd. But she also screams bloody murder. So it seemed fitting whenever I said it. So Carnage is going to be the name of our new bird because we did put out some feelers. Nobody's responded. So we're going to treat her and keep her and just make her part of the bird family. And we'll see how it works out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.